Hey Battlefield community, first of all I want to apologize. I haven't put a video out in a week, and I'm usually like a guy that usually puts 2, maybe 3 out a week, and it's been a long time for me not to post a video. I'm going to get on why that is here just in a minute. But first of all, I want to talk to you about this gameplay. I was thinking the other day, what's the best shotgun to use on Pearl Market? A lot of people don't like Pearl Market just because it's, Battlefield's traditionally a vehicle-driven map, and there's very few vehicles on this, and some people think, well, this is a garbage map, or some people think it's an amazing map. I like it just because shotgun time, and I absolutely love shotguns. Now, I know a lot of people are going to sit on the roof with their favorite assault rifle and try to pick people off from the other roof. And you know what? That's fine. I've done it too. But shotgun's so much fun in this. It's basically its sole purpose is to run up these stairs and shoot them in the back and hit them when they're running up the stairs. It's just absolutely amazing in this map for that purpose alone. I'm using them quite a bit lately. And I was thinking, you know what? I don't really know what's the best shotgun for this. And, I went through every single one of them for the most part. I already have my favorites set aside. But I thought, you know what? I got to try quite a few of these and see which is the best one to me. And ended up, I think the Hawk's the best one. Now, usually, and almost always, I would pick the Spas or the 870 over this. Except for in this, having a little bit of reach across the roof with this extra damage that the Hawk does is very beneficial. And a semi-auto in these isn't that great because typically you're shooting people in the back or going one-on-one in the stairs or the hallways, somewhere very confined, and you can't get too many people at once. And the pump-action shotguns just do so much more damage at range and usually drop in one shot. And that's why I quite like using them. And I'm being a little bit campy there, ain't I? But I knew there was a guy coming up. I could hear him, and I just had to wait for him to shoot him in there. I was hoping he'd rocket it up because I don't know if you guys have seen the glitch. When somebody's crawling up a set of steps, sometimes they shoot straight up in the air. I find it hilarious just because it's Battlefield and it's not a game-breaking bug, but it is just a stupid little bug that hasn't been fixed for like ever now. And who knows, maybe it'll actually make the September patch that's coming up. And if you guys don't know, there's a giant patch coming up. I don't know what in September. Probably mid-September sometime, or who knows. It's EA. They might wait till the very end of September and say, oh, it's still September. But there's a very large patch. A lot of the CTE fixes are actually finally going in there. The only one you've really seen so far is the stinking netcode one that does help quite a bit. It isn't exactly perfect, but it does help quite a bit. But there's quite a few very good advancements in the new patch coming up. One of the best ones, the revive timer. I absolutely love that. I don't know why they didn't make it in the game so far, but there's quite a few other balanced patches on guns. Things play quite a bit different, and you take a little bit longer to get kills and get killed, which it does feel quite a bit different. It feels almost like Battlefield 3, but not like some kind of weird modded version of Battlefield 3. I don't know how to exactly describe it, but it does feel a lot better for the most part. But at least we're getting this patch before the full year after the release. Yeah, I know, quite a long time for them to fix the game. And, it's in a fairly playable state for most people right now, but there is quite a few bugs that are still lingering around. And speaking of bugs, I'm sorry there's no audio in this. Some freaking reason my audio decided not to get recorded for no particular reason that I can discern. But I thought I'd throw some generic dubstep or whatever the hell I'm putting in the end of this. And listen to my sweet, sweet voice. That I, of course, hate with a passion. I think everybody pretty much hates their voice. And I just happened to grab that voice that I just absolutely hate. And my brother, of course, got this nice deep voice. And I guess I'm just stuck with this mediocre, crappy voice. Whatever. And now that I've rambled on for way too long about pretty much nothing, I want to tell you why I haven't actually uploaded a video in a week. I was dog sitting for my parents. I have to go to their house every freaking day and, play with the dog, give him some food, take care of him for a while, then drive all the way back to my house. It's not extremely far away, but it takes quite a bit out of my day. And then I'm also looking for a new car. By new car, I mean new to me. A couple years old. It's nothing too fancy. It's going to be my new daily driver. I already have a fun car. I don't need anything too crazy. I'm getting a little bit sensible, which is crazy for me because I love just stupid, crazy stuff. But I already have a crazy car. I already have a fun car. And, God, car shopping sucks. You have to deal with some, shady motherfucker that just wants to take you for every dime he has. And, you know what? He's screwing you, but at the same time, you have to go through this dude to get whatever you want. And then finding a car you want. That's always a freaking hassle. I'm going into this not knowing at all what I want to buy, and I've been just looking and researching and finding out what's a good car, and I decided I want all-wheel drive because I do live in the north around the Great Lakes, and we do tend to get several good snowstorms. And by good snowstorms, I'm talking, you know, maybe as much as 14 to 17 inches on a really bad snow. And, you know, the typical one's probably 4 to 6 on a snowstorm, but, you know, nothing too bad, nothing I can't drive through. But I've been driving a car forever through it, a Grand Prix, if you know what that is. It's not the most amazing car through snow, but it's not so bad. I usually always make it, but I'd much rather have a good car to go through something. At the same time, I've had my car for freaking 12 years or something crazy like that. So I'm ready for something made in the last decade or so. It doesn't have to be too fast, doesn't have to be too nice, but I want something that's actually not going to break down on me, be decent, have okay acceleration. It doesn't have to be amazing since I already have a car that's fairly fast. But trying to find like all these things and that isn't too expensive or too many miles, it's freaking nerve-wracking. I spend way too much time researching it. I don't even know how many hours I've been working on this. And I kind of cut quite a bit of this out here. The server was lagging really badly, and this always happens when I'm using the Hawk. The game starts lagging or something happens, and guess what? The freaking servers go to shit, and they crash, and I lose all my progress. And that's how it ends. I think I was 24-2 actually watching the video back. Oh well. Now, if you somehow made it to the end of this very long, rambling video I just made, you've probably also seen these because you're probably fairly bored right now. But anyway, I got Surgeon Simulator. I was doing an eye transplant. I love the hell out of this game. I don't really post much of it, and the game has a tendency to forget my progress. And here I also have my Battlefield 4 least favorite weapons, guns I just don't like.